Nell, how has it been taking, not so much what you're gonna miss about your character, but like how is it taking Leanne from where she was at the beginning of the series to completely shifting the power dynamic here in season 4?
Yeah, I mean, I'm blonde. No, I'm joking. Sorry.
Every interview.
Every interview. Um, she's
Are you?
started as this kind of as this sort of quiet outcast, this observer, kind of internalizing everything and playing the long game, and just this shadowy figure in the corner watching and trying to figure everyone out. And by season 4, she's very much a central player to these people's lives. She's right in the middle of it, almost trying to step into the shoes and become like the matriarch of the household. And that's just such a big jump to go from, being the hired nanny to telling the lady of the house what time she needs to go to bed. That's kind of like where she feels like she's living in these two very different spaces. And yeah, just taking that step by step so that it didn't feel like a really unnatural jump. It was like we had to do it slowly, and we had to let it creep up on the audience and even on me until, one day we were doing the show and it's like, oh my God, who is this character that I'm playing? I don't even know anymore. So yeah, it's quite the jump.
But before Servant goes quietly into the night, I want to make it a matter of journalistic record. There are moments where this show is funny as hell. Like, it is like, whether it's Dorothy eating a chicken sandwich in the middle of like a fast food brawl, or, you've got Sean channeling his inner Gordon Ramsay this season. Like, how is it, leaning into those moments and these kind of interstitial scenes?
Thank you for noticing the chicken sandwich. That was an improvised moment that I thought would be funny, and I wasn't sure if it was. So, but at least one human being has confirmed that was funny. Thank you. No, that's basically my favorite thing about this show, that it lives in opposites, that there's these incredibly dark themes, this theme of grief, this family that won't face the grief, and we all have to face our mortality, and they refuse it. And this woman who thinks a doll is her baby because she's so absolutely refuses to look at the human experience. And then you have like moments of incredible comedy, and all of these actors are very, very funny. And so there was a lot of lightness and joy on the set because of that. So to me, that's where we're at our best, where you don't know whether to laugh or cry or be horrified or what.
It was a good chicken sandwich, though, man.
Right?
They were good chicken sandwiches. They were good chicken sandwiches. Yeah.
Well, how was it leaning into the Gordon Ramsay for the reality cooking scene?
It was deeply uncomfortable in points. It was like, I'm just berating these poor day players, come in to like have this thing. One of them was my wife, funnily enough. I got to berate my wife. I didn't enjoy it at all. I didn't enjoy revenge berating my wife. No, it was great. It was really, really fun. Throwing dishes across a place. But I'm also aware of the crew and the cleanup, like this tossing of a whole, bucket of someone's whizzed up food processed. I was like, oh, man, I know this cleanup's gonna suck. So, I tried to be helpful to the crew that day. Yeah, but it was great.
I think I have time for one more. And, Lauren, Nell, you guys kind of channel your inner, like, whatever happened to Baby Jane this season. Like, how is it kind of like figuring those scenes out, those intense scenes out as like scene partners?
I'm just, thank God I have Lauren. Like, seriously. I mean, sometimes, it's kind of borderline ridiculous, some of the stuff we're having to do, because that's where things go, and if we didn't have each other, I mean, I'm just very grateful that I got to do those scenes with Lauren, and she brings so much truth to everything that she does, that even if you look at it on the page and you're like, how the hell are we going to do this? And then we get on set and we're like, okay, I mean, I can see it, because the way that she does it, it's like, oh, it's right there in front of me. Yeah, she's a godsend. Thank God for you, Lauren. I love you.
Oh, thanks, Nell. No, I mean, Nell's a beautiful actress, and yeah, I think exactly. There was stuff where you go, okay, how are we going to do this? And the answer is we just are going to say it to each other like we mean it. And it's, as an actor, it's pretty fun to get these really heightened, bonkers scenes with this, intense power dynamics and everything. So So, you know, that's great stuff to get into, and yeah, and obviously to have a great scene partner.
Right on. And that is my time. Guys, thanks. The season is bonkers. I mean, there's straight up Hitchcock sequences right at the top. So well done, everybody.
Thank you.